Alright, so look at some PS2 Slim this morning. Got a couple here that I think that work. Better go through them again. Figure out what we got going on. So PS2 Slims, I can use them to run burnt games. I got 3 good games. Can't do it on the fats, but on the Slim, I've got a couple fat models to check too. I'll get to it now, but let's remember what I got going on here. These are part of some of the Kadoki stuff we've got. Play around with this a little bit. Usually it's either a video issue or a read issue, one of the two. Mostly the read issue though. It's like a fun game. I haven't done a lot with Slims. I've got a lot of them still. So there's 2 contact points. You can tell there's a different battery in here. That battery's a replacement. It has to be. I don't look that clean. So there's 2 contact points here and over here for the disk drive. It's right there. Need that in there. And then 2 contact points. The 9000 model, which I have one, only has 1 contact point. That's for the disk doors. I say contact point, but they're the activation buttons for the disk door. It's not often I have anything that's still intact, so I'm always testing. These I can test open because they go right on there. The ones that don't, I can't. Where is it? Cool. First one out of shoot works. Yay. This is the darkest, fairiest. So it's a quick test. This one works. Awesome. I'm going to sell some of these. Just like this. Little partials. Quick test. Good to go there. This one, it's a power issue. It's never, I tried taking the battery off and everything. So you would assume this one, I think I tried changing the power switch. Let me just do that again. So we'll take this power switch off. And we'll switch it with this one. Because this one fully worked. So it's good if you have one that fully works first. Then you can just sit here and play around. It's pretty easy peasy stuff after that. But first you need one that works. And they got to be the same model. Well, that's the other thing. These are similar models. So I have one here that there's a 9000 over here that's the board's modded. I don't know why. It's got weird wire on it. I always call it weird wire. So just for giggles here, we'll just switch this one out. I don't think it's the switch, but I don't usually sell lens drives. They're just too hard to resell. Should be buying a new one anyway, and getting an old used lens assembly is never a good idea. So same deal. So we're going to say that the button's fine. Alright, we're not getting nowhere here. Alright, so we're gonna... So this has some sort of power issue. So let's see what we can do with this. Let's move down here for a little bit. Back to that after. I'm gonna pull some of these things. I gotta get some of these listed in different ways. So your assumption here for this one is that the drive probably should, this lens assembly should still work. Some of them have the screws on them. See them? 4 screws. And some of them stock do not. See, there's no screws. There's not missing screws. They just don't. They come that don't come that. I mean, they come that way. Both the 7900 model and the 9000 model, the last model with the power supply. See, no screws. That's normal. It's just how they come. They got lazy or they got cheap. I'm not sure what happened there. They decided to not put screws on. I know the 9000 works. That one fully works. This one, it's got something weird wired going on under here, under the hood. See it? Right there. I don't know what's on the other side of the wire underneath it. But, so we'll look at this one in a minute. But first I want to... So the early models of the Slim, which this is 7.5, so 7.0, 7.7, 7.5, had screws. I don't think the 7.012 did. That's this one. 7.012 at the end. Yeah, this had screws on it too. And this one you can tell because of the green board right here. That makes that the 7.012 is the only one that has that board. Not really sure what it's for. This one's really rusty, but I think this one fully worked too. Oh, what we're gonna do? Let's just tear one of these down for a little bit. Fun. So these are similar. Again, if you see, there's 2 heat sinks here. That means this is the 2-chip set. There's some that have 1 chip per model. Like the 7000 model has a 2-chip motherboard, and then you'll see another heat sink with 1 chip. I believe all 3 of them have one or the other. So you can't just say, hey, I need a new heat sink for my 7500. Because see, the 7500 has 1 heat sink, 1 chip. This 7500 has 2. So if you didn't open it up, I always say you got to open things up before you order anything. This is 7.5 as well, yeah. So there's 2 7.5s that everything's pretty much the same except for the motherboard. So if you would get it if you order a replacement motherboard and you didn't look inside, there'd be a very unhappy seller somewhere. Hopefully not me. So two chips, 1 chip. I think the 7000, 7.5, 7.7, they all have one or the other. I don't know about the 9000 one. No, I don't think the 9000 model does. Or the 7.012. I think, yeah, that might. Alright. So what we're going to do is just get this out of here. So this lens assembly, the assumption is it probably works. But I just don't sell them because trying to sell old lens assemblies never works out. It may work on my machine, but then somebody puts it on theirs and it doesn't work. For whatever reason. Actually, I just had a PS2 fat motherboard come back as a return saying it didn't read. So he's telling me that the motherboard was the problem. So I'm not really sure about that one. This fuse is on the motherboard and these that can cause problems. So this probably works. But we don't know for sure. This. We'll put that aside. Let's just do a little dissection here. Let's pop out the batteries. Batteries I assume don't work anymore, but let's see what else we can pull apart here. Let's do some tear down. So there's a main screw here. And then the screws all around here. There's 3 of them. I'm gonna check out that 9000 model. I mean the 7900 in a minute. I just want to pull this apart for a second. So this fan's usually there's a silver or a black one. And most of the models are the same except 9000 model here. This is when everything is completely different here. Everything's different. But the lens assemblies are also different depending on the model you have. But the fans are almost the same, I think, except for that 9000. So I changed that to 7.9. Where did I just do it? Oh, there it is. Changed it to 7.9 because the board's half the size. So this cable is a lot longer. And this is, see, longer. I think the lens is a different place. It's always by the spindle. Each model has a different spindle. You have to know what you got inside. See, the spindle's at a different place every time. And this connection's over here. Depending on the model you have. So you never know what you got. Look at this. Let's fire this up for a minute. I'll just pick it at this for a second. This doesn't work. I'm pretty confident of that. Usually I'll sell a 2 set of not working motherboards. So I haven't done anything with slim. I need to do more slim action. Buyers that will buy them 2 for 1, play around with them or do whatever they do. Most likely I'm going to pull that 7.9 in there. Just first strip this down so you can see the difference. This is 2 chips. 2 chips, yeah. These pads are different. I don't think those are original pads. So in order to get a heat sink, you have to make sure you have the correct one. Very important. Because if you didn't open it and just assumed it was all the same, you'd be wrong. So this one doesn't work. Let's go back to the 7900 here. I sell them as weird wired. Because what's happening now on eBay is, it's happened to me twice now. AI is starting to take over eBay a little bit now. So if you put anything and you list it as modded, it kicks it off. It doesn't let you sell it. If you put the words modded on there, it just happened with a motherboard set I have for Xbox One. I mean Xbox 01, 05 Xbox. So I just do it as weird wired. Same difference. So this has the same 2 contact points. Let's get some power back here. I don't know if I turn this on or not. Again, there's something going on in this. It never shows on there, so I don't know. Is it a contact point on this? Well, wait a minute. Maybe the 7.9 doesn't have one either. That would make this different. Oh, I didn't know that. 7.9 only has one contact point. Interesting. So that makes this cable and button different. That's normal right there. That's spinning like that. I mean, not normal. It's a normal issue, I should say. I think this is in Spanish. So this works. It's got infinity V.19, whatever that means. So that's what's on this. I just saw it on the screen. Let's find out what that means. I wonder what that does. Back should be fun to keep it, actually. So let me... Oh, hold on a second. Let's turn this on. I think it's in Spanish. Let's get rid of that problem. There it is. M-A-T-R-I-X. Matrix. Oh, you missed it. Oh, I'll do it again. That's what's on this. Watch. There, right there. Matrix. I should just keep it. See, it's in Spanish, so we gotta fix that problem. It's not really a problem, but we just don't want Spanish. Didn't do it. What the heck is it? Is it Inglas? There it is. Inglas. Comes in weird. Alright, so does it show anything different on this? Version 79001. Driver. So that's what this has got on it. And it works. This fully works. And then when you play the game, it comes up, it shows something on the game here. Watch, it'll come up and it'll show the game in a minute. I wonder if this will play my burnt games. It says version something something right on underneath the, you'll see it right there. Infinity V.199. What does that mean? I have memory cards too. I do. Right here. Some guy just blasted me a bad feedback. I think it was someone, some sort of a payback. I gave him a PS2 fat cartridge. I mean a port, replacement port. It was nice and clean. The one I was using as a tester. And he blasted me about it not being working. It's definitely not. He said it was rusted. It was none of that. So I get somebody that. Okay, there we go. It just made me think about it because he said that was the port was causing the memory card to not work or something. You can see, you can go look at my negative feedback. Some of it's pretty brutal, but it's not the way that was at all.
There are legends that dwell within the hidden places of Neopia.
Neopia?
Some are of the
This
light,
looks cute. I'd play this.
but others.
Never really played PS2 games. Ever.
Others are of the darkest kind.
Alright, let's see if this will play my really cool game. This game's actually pretty cool. Be right up my alley. It's got a little card in it too. Neopets. That'd be right up my alley. I'd play that. So three good games. Roll the Rose. This one's pretty cool. Kind of freaky looking, but see, he's a bird. My 9000 model plays them. Let's see if this one will. I wonder if it plays Japan games too. Ooh, I wonder if that's... Maybe I can do Japan games on this. Infinity. Yeah, but it definitely loads it. Let me go get a Japan game. I got some right over here. Let's see if it'll play Japan games. It's got to be what the mod's for, right? Region unlock. I got some cool Japan PS2 games. PS1 and PS2. Okay. Alright, so that's what I wanted to do. We might just actually keep this one. For me, I think. Not positive. Seems like fun. So, PS2 games. Japan version. Let's see what this is for. So, randomly I have some PS2. Of course, the only thing I'd be interested in would be Silent Hill 2, the original Silent Hill. There's some other stuff here. Some sort of Final Fantasy action going on. So will this mod play these? Of course, we'll just throw Silent Hill 2 in. So of all the remakes, Silent Hill 2 is my favorite one. The new Resident Evil's not too bad. It's alright. I'm just picky. What else would this mod be for besides region lock? Right, what else would it be for? Region unlock, I should say. Yeah, it does it. Awesome. I got all the cool PS1 games too. I'm gonna go grab them now. I'm gonna keep this because now I do have some Japan version of that I was using. So Silent Hill 2, yeah. And lots of these games, they play just like US games. Meaning that the English is usually, the word is always English. The wording might be in Japan, but the English is... So that's pretty awesome, huh? I'm pumped. I've got Parasite Eve. I've got... I have Silent Hill in the original. But they're all Japan versions. I sold all my good ones. For US ones, but most of these play in English, if I'm correct. Yeah, I like Silent Hill too. That game lasted forever. I never finished it though. You kept going down and down and down and down into another.
Mary,
See?
could you really be in this town?
It's in English. So it makes it playable, except for the fact this has the old awkward walking. Awesome. Good, I just made my day. I've had these games forever too. Let's go get the really fun stuff. Hold on. Alright, so we're gonna keep that. I got a couple of games right over here that I can get to them. Just move them around too. They fell on me. Gotta get to the other ones after. Alright, so we'll look at, I don't know what this game is, we'll check it out. And then Parasite Eve, I have 1 and 2. But, Japan version. I know what Parasite Eve is. Yeah, I did pretty good with that Kudoki stuff. Let's see what this is about. I have no idea. And then doesn't play it. Bummer. I'm gonna reset it again and see what happens. Oh, there it goes. Or not. Bummer. No, it don't look like it. It's going fast now. Ooh, it does play it. Just takes a little while. I don't even know what this game's about. I have no idea. This is the game we're talking about right here. System booting. Only it hurts my fingers. Sounds crazy. Oh yeah, my finger's killing me. Can't really hold it much longer. I'll have to look at that sometime. Okay, cool. Ow. So this plays everything I need to. Yay, cool. So this is a keeper. I had the top cover somewhere. I have to find it. Because I can't sit there and hold my finger on those. Need some screws though. Alright, so this is the weird wired 9000 model. I mean 7900 model rather. I know my 9000 model works because we've already played games on that one. Let me keep this one, I think. This one. Again, it's got its own power supply, so you don't need the power. Let's skip that one actually. I know that works. Let's see, what was this one? I took the other one apart. Let's look at this one. I tested all these, but I'm just doing a quick little retest here, just so I can remember what I got going on. Usually it's a drive issue. Now I need to go back to ferries here. So we know that that weird wired thing at least has unlocks the region. So as far as I know, it's really the only thing you can do. I've got one of those free boot things. Here. On a hard drive. There is it. Two contact points again. I thought the 7.9. Oh, this works too. I thought 7.9 was two contacts as well, but I was wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna say this works. I don't have to go crazy. Cool. Quick test, power, video. That's how we're gonna sell them. I think I have some listed that don't fully work. That power, video, but the drive doesn't work. What are these ones? No power in this one. That's no power. This one. This is power. It's usually if it's not power, then it's usually a drive problem. Or reading doesn't spin. It's spinning. I can hear it spinning. This works. Cool. And most of those I got from Doki worked. And I got a mod one, and I got a 9000 model, so just 2 thumbs up on that. Vital lines. Okay, so we know that this works too. Cool. So now we're down to that one for now. Of course, the top cover is different depending on the model you have. So I have to get that 9000. This weird wired one, I gotta get the top cover for it. Because everything has to match up in the back. The ports have to match. So you can't just put any top cover on these. You cannot do that. I do need the screws though. This one doesn't have any screws in it. Oh, this is another 7.9. I mean a 012 rather. 012. Those have more ports than any of them. See, it's got that extra port. Therefore, see, it has to be that. This one we said no power. Oh, that's probably why. Right there. That's why I gotta open them up. No power because the thing is off. Couldn't be that easy. It's never that easy. Sometimes it is, though. Find out. Got power now. The port feels weird, though. Sweet. I just put the disc now. Oh, it's in the other one. I'm like, where'd the disc go? Hold on. I need to get the disc out. It's in here. So, I only have a couple that don't work. And the odds that the lenses all working is usually, they never work. So that's pretty cool. This will be the one that doesn't work. Where is that? Contact point's right there. So, this one we're gonna... Hard to see it. It's really micro right there. So, might be a contact point problem. What it's supposed to do, and then it's supposed to spin. And of course, these lens assemblies are different than the others too. I'm correct. Man, I see the difference here. Actually, I just noticed something. This lens assembly, it's all about where this spindle connects. See, the spindle connects here. 1, 2. Look it down here. Oh, back down here now. Going through different lenses, but I think we said this didn't work. Oh, I think I haven't retried this one yet. This one. This one works, but the lens has an issue. Or the spindle, or something on the motherboard's causing that problem. One of the, any of the above. Oh, this is a video problem. Oh, there it goes. Do that again. Let's see where it is. I can't remember. It's right there. You gotta really push down on it. So that's what happens. Those activation buttons go. They get worn out, and when you close the disc door, it doesn't see that. Doesn't push the button down. I had to push that way down with my hand to get that to work. So that's what happens a lot. It's so micro. This probably works. Or yep, it does. The problem is the buttons on the board, especially. That little micro button right here. It's got to hit them both. closes, there's 2 activation points. And see how micro it is right here? This. You can barely see it, but that's got to push in. And what happens is after a while, they don't register to right until they get, I had to push that way in with my finger. And these, there's 2 here and here. So if one of those buttons starts to wear out, when you close the door, nothing happens. So you always got to open them up. That was that one. We have one more. All these work to some degree. Let's pull this off. Test that last one I got again. So pretty good. Lots of potential here. These are all the short cables. I think they're all the same in the button too. I think all the models up to the 7.9. And of course the 9,000 is different. Gotta have the blue tab. You lose the blue tab, you're done. I'll retest this last one. Sweet. So it only had just one. I'm always assuming that the lens assembly is the problem, but I think a couple of those, the actual switch. See, it doesn't. It's just too micro. Hello. See right there. The switch itself can go inside too. The activation switch on the motherboard may not work anymore. So you can sit here and swap lenses all day long, and you're never going to get anywhere because it's actually that switch. And I bet you that's what it is. Or the switch here. That you can easily swap. But we know this works because we just had it on a different one. So we know it's not that. Right? Because we just used this and that were activated. But this one. Yeah. Usually it should move the lens. But it's not even doing that. There's something really teeny. I can push it way in a little bit. This further in. Yeah, no. So we'd have to go after the lens first, maybe, but again, we've seen these little switches. I do hear noise when I do that, though. Alright, so that's a little. So we went through those again. So that's really the only one. One, I had a motherboard problem. And this one, we have a lens assembly. But we pulled the lens assembly. What did I do with it? I have a lens assembly I pulled. Somewhere. I don't know what I did with it. Somewhere. So this one is over here too. So that's kind of like, use this lens assembly. The 7012 will fit this. So what model is this then? The fan's noisy though. Is it 7.0? No, it's a 7.5. I have another 7.5. I pulled it somewhere. No, let's leave it at that. That's just all.